Welcome to Dark and Dreadful, where every story seeps beneath your skin, lingers in the dark corners, and waits for you long after the lights go out. These are the stories that creep, crawl, and clutch your dreams until you wake up in a cold sweat. I am Dre, your host and guide through the quiet, rotting places you'd rather not go to alone. Tonight, let us feed your fears. Warning: the following stories may disturb, unsettle, or follow you into your dreams. Listen at your own risk. I grip the steering wheel tighter as the road beneath us shifts from cracked asphalt to loose gravel. The headlights barely cut through the darkness, revealing nothing but thick trees pressing in on both sides. No signs, no lights, just blackness swallowing everything whole. She's been back there for 30 miles, hasn't said a word since she climbed in. Black coat, hood up, face half hidden. The occasional glimpse I catch in the rear view shows pale skin and hair too dark, too matted, like it's wet but hasn't rained in days. I clear my throat. You sure this is the way? My voice sounds smaller than I expect, brittle in the silence. No answer, just her head turning slightly, watching the trees blur past. Her hand, resting on her knee, twitches, long fingers flexing like she's testing how far they'll bend. The GPS gave up 20 minutes ago, rerouting endlessly, spinning the little blue dot in circles. But she pointed down this unmarked road, and I went along. I glanced up again. Her eyes flash in the mirror. Black, not dark. Black. The tires crunch over something brittle. Branches, bones, hard to tell. I ease off the gas, but the forest feels alive now, like it's leaning closer, listening. Hey, I tried again, throat dry. I've lived here 45 years. Don't know this stretch. Where exactly are we going? Nothing. Except now, her lips curl, just barely. A thin, crooked smile. Another mile and the gravel disappears. Now it's just dirt. Mud. The kind that wants to suck their tires down, drag us under. My fingers ache from clenching the wheel. Sweat slides down my spine, but the air is ice cold. I feel her leaning forward, close, too close. Her breath is behind my ear, damp and foul, like earthworms and mold. You're almost there, she whispers. I jerk the wheel, but when I glance back, she's sitting upright again, staring out into the void, face turned away. The trees arced overhead now, glowing at the sky. No stars, no moon, just black, endless. Then I see it. The road ends in a clearing choked with fog. Rising from the mist is a mansion, tall and skeletal. Windows dark, roof sagging like it's been rotting for years. Ivy coils around the stone walls like veins. A rusted iron gate stands crooked at the edge of the clearing, half swallowed by weeds. I kill the engine. The silence is heavy, pressing into my chest. No crickets, no wind, just stillness, like the birds holding its breath. We're here, I murmur, throat tight. She doesn't move. I wait, but nothing. No thank you, no door opening, nothing but blank stare out the window, like she's watching something none of us should ever see. I sigh, trying to play it cool, while my pulse is sprinting. I step out, gravel crunching underfoot, and when it touched the gate, frost flakes and sheets. The hinges scream, metal grinding like bones snapping out of joint. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. Like these things been waiting for someone to open it. The mansion watches me as I walk back to the car. Its broken shutter swaying slightly through there's no breeze. Though there's no breeze. The headlights dim for a second, like something passed in front of them. I open the door. Come on, we're here. She finally turns her head slowly, deliberately. I don't like how the light reflects off her skin, like something waxy, something left too long in the dark. I led her up the uneven path, gravel turning to soft dirt. The house looms bigger, with every step swallowing the stars behind it. I swear the wood groans beneath my feet, but when I glance down, it's just cracked stone steps, wet and black like old blood. At the door, I try again, voice low, uneasy. We're here. We're here. She turns fully this time. The hood falls off back. Her face is pale and smooth where her eyes should be. Just blank skin stretched too tight. No sockets, no lids. Her green cuts impossibly wide across her face. Sharp teeth, crammed together like shattered glass. That smile hooks into me, cold and deep. Yes, she says, voice sharp and wet, creeping between the teeth. Yes, she says, voice sharp and wet, dripping between the teeth. Her head tilts, and those empty eye spaces pulse like something's writhing beneath the skin. We are. The door creaks open behind her, but no one is there. And it's darker inside than out. The door yawns wider, spilling nothing but blackness. A cold, wet draft brushes my face, carrying a smell like the earth after a fresh grave has been dug. She steps over the threshold without hesitation, her bare feet sinking silently into the darkness. I don't want to follow. Every nerve is telling me to turn, to run, but my legs, they're heavy, rooted, like the house is pulling me forward. Inside, the walls breathe. I swear they do. The air hums low, like a voice just out of hearing, vibrating beneath my ribs. The faint outline of a grand hall unfolds ahead, lit by the soft glow of dying candles clinging to the walls. Cobwebs thick as curtains sway overhead. The floor groans like it remembers footsteps from long, long ago. She's waiting in the center of the hall now. She's waiting in the center of the hall now, though I never saw her move. That grin still cuts across her face, wider now, like her skin is stretching to hold it all again. Like her skin is stretching to hold it all in. Behind her, the staircase spirals up into nothing, each step slick and dripping. Then I notice them. Figures, luring behind the candlelight, standing between the pillars. Some are tall, some are crawling low, all staring, faces lost in shadow. I can hear their breaths, sharp and wet. You brought me home, she says, voice like a key turning inside a locked door. I step back, but the front door is gone. Just smooth wall where it used to be. I turn, frantic, but the figures have stepped closer. I can see them clearer now. Stitched smiles, empty eyes, heads tilted in unison. She opens her mouth wider, teeth impossibly long now, needle-like, curving inward like she's already ready to swallow the dark hole. You can stay. You can stay, she whispers, voice soft as rot. They've been hungry. The candle flames snuff out one by one. The last light flickers on her face, wide grin splitting as the others close in behind her. Then, nothing. Just the sound of breathing in the dark. Breathing that's not mine. That's it for tonight's journey into the dark. But remember, just because the episode ends doesn't mean the shadows disappear. If you enjoyed tonight's stories, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It helps us keep the darkness alive. Until next time, keep your lights low, your doors locked, and your mind open. Because you never know what's lurking just beyond that veil. Sweet dreams if you can sleep.